Man spit rhymes, man don't lie. Two step then the next fly. Dit in the shit sure is. Ask little bro if you think that I'm lying. Them man hate cause your man so fly. Like text 2 J1s and I'm nice. Thought my bedroom wasn't up, so I stopped nearly pie. Quang is this, Quang is that, Quang is Marga. His head's fat, but I'm still king in this, that's fact. This we a man don't with them you choke man. Low it, I meant choke men. Golden one from up the old blue. Met a sweet one from down the old Kent. Like big Quang face from the knock.
Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. It's a Monday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. It's Chicago facing Los Angeles. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. James is out there with Harris. Then there's Easy Breezy. Then there's Harris. And it's Smooth in at the 1. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Up again. Rebound, Grant. And here's Los Angeles. Anderson kicks to Hardaway. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shoots from 12. Not enough on that one as it misses. Here's James. Some solid defense from Grant. So for Chicago, their last game a win against Las Vegas. Here's Hardaway, and it's blocked. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Los Angeles. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And the 3 off target. Here's Smooth. He's covered by Grant. Here's Smooth. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Outside, O'Neal. To the paint. Here's Grant. What a fantastic look by Penny.
Man, you know, that level of physicality that Grant brings inside is awesome to watch. He does a great job with finishing with that power above the rim.
Out to Harris. Pass to Smooth. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Harris over Anderson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
To the left wing. And Grant sends it back. Hardaway against James. Pass to Anderson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. James dishes to Harris. Here's Easy Breezy. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Smooth. Guarded by Hardaway. Hits. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Bangs home the trifecta.
And keeping his options open, Grant would rather give it away than waste the possession on a poor shot.
Here's Smooth. Guarded by Hardaway. Here's Smooth. Here's James. Rebound, Grant. Grant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Anderson. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Just a tremendous run right now for him. 12 straight wins.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control. They never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from O'Neal.
Over 7 feet, big, quick, great hands. Shaq is a one-of-one type of player.
Chicago trails by 3. Here's Smooth. And he goes in for the dunk.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Here's Anderson. Scoreless thus far. Harris on the double team. Here's Scott. Nailed from three-point land.
And this is what Scott's being paid to do. He has great confidence from distance, as well he should. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here is Los Angeles now. Outside Hardaway. Shaq passes to Hardaway. It's deflected. They recover it. Chicago with the ball, trailing by 2. Here's Smooth. He has 6. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to O'Neal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And here is Hardaway. For 3. Rebounded by Easy Breezy. Hardaway has gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. Here's Easy Breezy, guarded by O'Neal. Here's Smooth. 8 points for him. Kicks it out to James. Shot clock at 5. Smooth passes to Harris. Here's Smooth. Inside. Second chance shot. The shot misses. Shaq with some nice D. Here's Los Angeles now. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Hardaway. Here's Smooth, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Shaw's checked in for Los Angeles. Chicago also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for James, and it's Jackson in for Harris. Outside Hardaway. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation, and he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Here is Shaw. Guarded by Jackson. Shaw passes to Hardaway. Just 2 to shoot. Los Angeles with another miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Hardaway with the steal. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And this is why Shaq's teammates lob it up for him. They trust him to finish that alley-oop.
Clark kicks to Jackson. Here's Smooth. He's got 10. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Los Angeles trails by 3. Grant outside. Goes up the baseline. It's Clark with the rebound.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And here's Los Angeles. To the middle. Here's Anderson. Chicago grabs the miss. Easy breeze. He's got his 5th rebound in this one. Clark into the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 7-point Chicago lead. Now here's Hardaway. Shaq with the screen. Hardaway passes to Anderson. Shaq with it. Clock at 6. Hardaway with it. Picked up by Harris. It's good. Hardaway has got 6 points.
And it's that in-between area, the mid-range. It's where Hardaway is probably most comfortable with his shot.
Los Angeles trails by 5. Anderson passes to Shaw. Floats one. Got a piece of it. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Shaq takes it away.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Anderson dishes to Hardaway. Shaq can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 5. Wound up there for Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Anderson wide open. Anderson buries it from deep.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Here's Smooth. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
For the finish, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, those are...
So both teams making some changes here. We've got Shaw. Grant is out there with Royal. Then it's Matthews, and it's Hardaway in at the point. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Royal. To the inside. Here's Grant. Smooth with a rebound. Smooth's got his 5th rebound in this one.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And for Chicago, they've got Clark. James is out there with Harris. Then there's Harris. And it's Smooth in at the 2-guard spot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one. He's off on the 1st. And Los Angeles with some changes. Shaq comes in for Roy. And it's Anderson in for Wesley Matthews. Baller, he's checked in for Chicago. Jackson comes in for Harris. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leading.
Stolen by O'Neal. With some arc.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he can't get the first one. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Chicago leading by 14. Smooth passes to Jackson. Stolen by Anderson. Pass to Hardaway. Left side, O'Neal. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Clark. Going inside, and that one is hammered home.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
You're so right, David. We could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. Here is Shaw, guarded by Jackson. A 3 from Anderson. He can't get that one.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And that one drops for him. And that's 18 points for Smooth.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Timeout. Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Los Angeles making a switch here. Scott's checked in. On defense, Chicago. Pass to Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And here is Grant. Pass to Anderson. Over Jackson. And James pulls it down. James has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
O'Neal against Clark. Anderson outside. Lets it go from deep. Hits in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Chicago making some changes. Easy breezy comes in for Clark. And Harris subbed in for Ball. Here's Jackson. He's got 8. 1:53 left here in the second. Here's Smooth. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Second personal foul. Second team.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Chicago leading by 16. Here's Smooth. 18 points for him. He can't get it to go. Good D by Anderson. Pass to Hardaway. From the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Harris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Smooth passes to Jackson. No problems knocking that one down. Jackson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Lobbed up there for Anderson. An emphatic LU jam.
And far from just a scorer, Hardaway is also adept at finding his teammate. And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. 43 seconds left in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. Fast break. Here comes Chicago.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Los Angeles trails by 20. Hardaway passes to Anderson. Back to Hardaway. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Scott can't get it to go. Here's Smooth. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Smooth's got 22 points.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so it's Chicago, cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime, let's start things off with a look at the All-Star voting.
Well, these are very early returns, but even so, you can see who the fans are excited to see play.
A lot of these guys deserve the votes, but there's some big names missing. Come on, America, do better.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for Chicago.
Well, they were the tougher team in that half, and it showed up in a number of ways. Just look at the rebounding numbers, Ernie.
Yeah, that differential really sticks out. It's one of the ways they overwhelm you. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, look, Even when you put a body on him, he finds ways to extend possessions.
And here is Los Angeles now. Anderson is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Scott. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Grant in at the power forward. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Wednesday and then on Thursday. He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
2 shots.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. Chicago leading by 21. So for Chicago right now, we've got Smooth. Harris is out there with James. Then there's Harris. And it's easy breezy in at the 5 spot.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Harris against Anderson. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Smooth. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
O'Neal sets the screen for Hardaway. Sinks the 15-footer. Hardaway has got 12 points in the game.
He's an explosive athlete with tremendous positional size. Hardaway has no issue mixing it up inside.
Here's Smooth. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Hits. 2 shots.
Good on both. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Down low, here's O'Neal. Headed to Shaq. How many times have we seen that?
O'Neal is a force of nature. And once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Fires the three. And again, Chicago. No good. On the wing, Scott. Guarded by Harris. Scott kicks to Shaq. Here's Hardaway. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. Hardaway has got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Smooth, guarded by Hardaway. Here's Smooth, and the layup's good off the glass. Smooth's got 30.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And it's Anderson with the ball for Los Angeles, and it's denied. Harris, right side, hits the three-point bomb.
3 points.
Harris has got 9.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
A clear look for Hardaway, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Anderson inside, guarded by Harris. Scott, good. He's got 10.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
There's the lob for Harris, and they get it back. Here's Smooth, guarded by Hardaway. Here's Smooth, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Smooth's got 10 points here in the second half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Anderson doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Harris. And he uses the glass on the layup. 34 points for Smooth.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
O'Neal outside. Anderson's shot is off.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And here is Los Angeles now. There's the lob for Harris, and stolen by Scott. Anderson outside. Offline with his 3.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Here's Smooth, guarded by Hardaway. Smooth, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Shaq. To the middle. To off the run. Hardaway, no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Another steal. And here's Harris from the arc. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Here's Hardaway, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Second team foul.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Shaw's checked in for Los Angeles. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Clark, he's checked in for Easy Breezy. Clark comes in for James. Jackson, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Baller in for Harris. Clock at 4. Here's Smooth. And stolen by Scott. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way. And it's blocked. Takes it inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Chicago, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And Los Angeles with some changes. Royal, he's checked in for Scott. And it's Matthews in for Hardaway. Both shots good from the stripe.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Another steal. Pass to Bowler. Fires from deep. Trains the three-pointer. Baller's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
O'Neal passes to Royal. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here is Shaw, and that's a foul called on Bowler. That's foul number 2 for him.
Third team foul.
Here is Shaw. Hasn't made one yet. Matthews finds O'Neal. Over Clark. Just 4 to shoot. He's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal.
And a misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Here's Smooth. He gets that one. Smooth's got 42 in the game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
For Los Angeles, number 00, Anthony Avens.
Over to the left wing. Here's Royal. O'Neal outside. Pass to Shaw. Here's Royal. 6 to shoot. To stop the run. And O'Neal gets it to go. That's now 8 points for Shaquille O'Neal.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the link to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Lights out checked in for Chicago. Los Angeles calls timeout.
On the court,
Chicago making some changes. Harris is checked in for Baller, and Smooth subbed in for Clark. Here's Smooth, and he has 42. Takes it off the glass. Smooth's got 44.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Matthews. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And Chicago has possession. Stolen away and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Shaw. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. That's good from Shaw.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. 1:39 left to play in the third. Here is Shaw. Pass to O'Neal. Some solid defense from Clark.
Yeah, credit the defense there, not allowing the easy layup.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break, getting the shots they want and converting them.
Here is Shaw.
Chicago.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
First personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
That's good from Shaw. Rollins checked in for O'Neal.
Brian Shaw.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 1:07 left in the third quarter of the game. Tipped away. Here's Royal. No scoring in this one. Outside Matthews. Pass to Shaw. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's Matthews on the wing. A three-pointer is right on target.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Here's Smooth. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And so it's Chicago, sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Bowie, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Hardaway comes in for Armstrong. Chicago also making some changes. James checked in for Rodman. Harris comes in for Baller. And Smooth subbed in for Lights Out. We've got Bowie. Hardaway is out there with Shaw. And there's Royal. And it's Avent in at the 5. Here's Smooth. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
Floats it up for James.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, This is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Pass to Shaw. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Smooth. Here's the floater. Off on the layup.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Here is Shaw. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. The baseline J. Shaw, no good. Shaw has gone just 2 for 8 from the field. Right there at 25%. And the dunk by James.
Assist goes to Pitts.
Here's Hardaway. Here is Shaw. Releases from 15. Chicago grabs the miss. Clark's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pitts uses the glass to finish the layup. Smooth's got 50 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Shaw. Count it, good. Shaw's got 6 here in this quarter.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half. Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
Here's Bowie, guarded by Jackson. Here's Hardaway. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Smooth. Another one falls for Chicago.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Hardaway against Harris. Here is Shaw. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Break. Every year we have the best teammate award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Hardaway. Outside for Jackson. Oh, good with the triple. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And defense makes an effort to stop Grant inside, but he gets physical right back and gets the whistle.
And Grant drops them both. Here's Smooth. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Jackson. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Hardaway for 3. It doesn't go for him.
one made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Assisted.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Here is Anderson. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up. It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Smooth, guarded by Hardaway. Smooth misses. There's the three. It's Clark with the rebound.
Well, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
Anderson against Harris. Anderson passes to Hardaway. Here's O'Neal. Shaq will not be denied, and he's got a free throw on the way. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now our player of the game, Smooth.
Get my nose out the streets, but I love to get a whiff for the action. With risk comes attraction. And I turn it to a track star. Want it all up. You think I rap for? I've been trying to since hacksaw, Jim Duggan, running through the field in my Timbs. Now I'm with Young Metro on the VIP. Incoming. For the like we make love and thinking to myself, could I really be with one woman? I think so, but it's hard when you with your dogs at the thinking I could Ruby Rose with a keystroke. Ego, ask yourself, is that gonna bring you peace though?